this is one of those. This is one of those great items that I've wanted to get for a while. It's very, very difficult to get in good condition, and if it is in good condition, it's very, very expensive.
Welcome everyone, it's time for another Making the Grade, our 18th episode in the series now, where Martyn is on a mission to collect the original 86 Kenner Star Wars action figures in graded form. Episode
96.
7... What did I say? 86?
86.
Bloody hell, 96.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Episode 17 brought Martyn's graded tally up to 72 of the 96, with bargains galore, changing his average cost per figure from £90.78 down to £89.64. Seems to be going down, Martyn, not up. Which
it is going down, and I'm fairly sure I think we're going to be seeing another drop after this week's episode as well. Yeah,
more bargains.
Well, bargains, but also I've decided on a course of action, because we're getting towards the deep end now, and what I've decided is I'm going to knock out all of the not cheap figures, but the ones that don't cost as much as the ones that I need in the last 17, for example, or a Farm Boy Luke, which we all know they're quite pricey. So I've still got a fair few left that are sort of mid-range or even low range in terms of graded costs. So that's what I've decided to sort of aim at first, and then hopefully down the road we can do one at a time when it comes to the last 17, because it's not going to be two at a time or three at a time like it is at the moment. That's for sure.
Good point. Yeah. So how many then this week?
I picked up 4 more, and these were all from our recent trip to Echo Base Live on October the 12th. It was a really good show. There was a lot of graded stuff there, and I think as I'm sure you'll agree when we finished, I did manage to get some really good deals there, because Echo's kind of renowned really for being quite expensive. It does have a bit of a reputation. I think there's a few extra pounds added onto things because it's Echo, but I did some great deals and a bit of haggling. So yeah,
there's always haggling at Echo. Yeah, there's always haggling. So always room for moving.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started.
Right. Okay. So the first one I picked up, this was from just a stall holder. I do apologise, I didn't get their name. And it is a 1981 Bespin security guard. The country of origin is Hong Kong, and it is UKG graded 80%, and it cost me £50, down from £60. So
that's not bad, eh? Yeah,
can't say fairer than that, can you?
No.
So I got a bargain there, and I can't think of many that I've picked up since we've been doing this for £50.
No.
Yeah,
there's been the odd couple, but nothing too much. No. Now there's 2 Bespin guards. Have you got them both or not?
Yes. Just to spoil the next one early, the second one is the other Bespin security guard, and this is the black security guard. As I say, it's graded 80%, and it's every bit an 80, I think. I mean, it's got some rub on the hand a little bit, paint rub on the hand. And while the gold on the uniform that he wears is there, it's not really sharp. So I can see why this one got an 80%, definitely. But it's needed to complete the 96. So and it's not a pivotal figure, really, is it? So
no,
80%, £50. Can't say fairer than that.
No. Now I know there's people out there that have a figure focus, and in fact I saw one of the stalls, speaking of Echo, that was just filled up with prune faces, just loads of prune faces. But I can't imagine Bespin guards are particularly sought after. So
no,
Yeah.
true, very true. Well, I've already spoiled him, but the second one was a 1980 Bespin security guard again, and this was also a country of origin of Hong Kong. This one was
Mhm.
also UKG graded at 80%, and I picked this one up from good old Dan at Another League Toys, and it was the first time I actually got to meet Dan in person. So this was great. I've been doing deals with him for over a year now,
Yeah.
online and via WhatsApp message, and it was great to meet him. And this figure had a £70 price ticket on it, and I knocked him down to 60. Well, I didn't really need to knock him; he just knocked it down automatically for me. So cheers, Dan. That was awesome.
Nice.
Um, Again, pretty similar to the previous Bespin security guard. The gold's not quite as sharp on the uniform. It doesn't have quite as much paint rub on the hands. But yeah, again, I need the figure to complete the 96. Didn't want to spend a huge amount on him.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was happy to get him a bit cheaper and get a graded 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Decent.
yeah, cool.
Decent. Yeah, very good.
Okay, so next one was a 1978 Power Droid. This had a country of origin of Hong Kong as well, and this is an
Mhm.
AFA graded figure
Oh, nice.
in the old case style, and it was an 85 near mint plus. And this was for sale on a. This was again a really tiny stall. Actually, it didn't really have too much graded on it, but it was sort of a mishmash of everything Star Wars, and they had a price on it for £60, and I couldn't knock her down any more than 55, so I picked it up for £55, which I didn't think
Yeah.
was too bad considering it's AFA graded and it's 85 near mint plus.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's in an old case style, but that really doesn't bother me. It's not, a
Well,
big
there's
figure. So
with the Power Droid, I mean, there's no accessories with that, is there?
no, there isn't.
So
No,
that
no.
so the case style for that can't be that different to the new style.
Well, like the old style, all the old styles, there's the extra bar that goes down the graded case, and they stick the
Yeah.
weapon to it. Well, the bar's
Yeah.
still there. It
Oh,
separates the
right.
grading sticker to the actual figure, but in newer
I see.
iterations, it would be more central, I would imagine.
Mm.
Um, and just to go back to the grade, this one, as I say, was an 85 near mint plus, and I have to say, I think this one was overgraded. The everything on it, the stickers are great condition, the body's in great condition, but the silver feet at the bottom, there's not a huge amount, but there is quite a bit of paint rub along the bottom of the feet.
Right.
Now, if it were UKG, I would imagine they'd still give it an 85, but AFA have this reputation from what we've learned that they do grade slightly higher than UKG.
Mm.
So I would say that this one's possibly been overgraded slightly, but
Oh.
it says it on the sticker. Who am
So
I
you're
to
going to go with
argue?
it? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
go with it. And £55. I mean, again, this is a
Yeah.
figure from 1978, and
Yes.
I'm sure the stickers come off of these very, very easily back in the day. So to get one
Yeah.
in as good condition as it is, really, really happy for such a
Yeah.
good price.
Yeah. Well, I know with the Power Droid that one of the big things to look out for is obviously the sticker, but also the antenna. So
Yes, yeah,
that because apparently the antenna breaks off quite easily. So
right, yeah,
yours is still in play, is it?
yes. Oh,
All
absolutely, yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, they
I
wouldn't
mean,
have
I
graded it if
imagine
it
no,
hadn't. Yeah, no.
no, they wouldn't have graded it quite as high, would they? No.
Well, I don't think they'd even grade it, to be honest with you, mate. I think if
Is
it's
that right?
anything's well, if something, I mean, they wouldn't grade a figure without a weapon if you
No.
sent it in. Um,
Oh.
at least I don't think they would, unless you specifically asked for it to be. But I'm certain that they wouldn't do it if an accessory had snapped off or wasn't included as well. So, but again, if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. I'm
Yeah.
still new to this.
You're not that new. You've got 76 figures there.
True, but there's still a lot to learn about the
There's
way they
still
grade
learn a lot.
figures, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to number 4, and this is one of those. This is one of those great items that I've wanted to get for a while. It's very, very difficult to get in good condition, and if it is in good condition, it's very, very expensive. It's
Mm-hmm.
one that you actually own loose. It is a 1977 solid dome R2D2 with the country of origin of Hong Kong once again. and this is UKG graded 80%. And I picked this one up from Dan at Another League Toys. He had a price of £120 on it, but he gave it to me for 110.
Lovely.
Obviously, it's a solid dome R2D2. We love R2D2. If you were to pop this next to my sensor scope R2D2, you would very, very clearly see why it got an 80% grade compared to that one, because the sticker isn't very white at all. It is, well, I'd say it's not even slightly yellowed. It's yellow.
What grade did your sensor scope get?
It got an 85.
It was 85.
Yeah, it was an 85.
UKG or AFA, do you remember?
UKG, yeah, UKG. So they're both comparable companies, but I think again, decisions need to be made at this point, don't they? And we've talked about it in previous episodes. Is it worth paying an extra £80 to £100 for an 85 grade solid dome, or save that money that you're going to need in order to collect the more difficult and more pricey last 17 figures? So I made a judgment call here that I didn't bother me too much that the stickers around him is yellow, but it's one of those things. If I want to complete this, I'm going to have to make some tough decisions. And but at the end of the day, I've got a solid dome R2D2,
exactly.
and I'm really, really chuffed about it. I'm not bothered about that particularly. So really, really chuffed. So
that sounds
some
good.
great Echo pickups.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, I was thinking earlier as you were talking through those, you always mention the country of origin, which is great. Obviously, Hong Kong's going to be the most common one in there, but do you have many in terms of variants? I know you got a few no COOs.
Yes, there's some from China. I've got some from Taiwan. I don't have any of the Mexican or the Spanish figures. I'm sure there are others in there, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But I definitely have no COOs. I've definitely got some Taiwans and definitely got some Chinas in there. Definitely. I'd have to save that for the next episode. I'll do some research and remind me again. Yeah,
I will try to do that. I'm probably going to forget, but yeah, excellent. So with that then, Martyn, you are now up to 76 figures. I'll bring up on the screen what that does to your running total. More bargains today. So only 20 figures left to pick up now. Great going. We got any more episodes planned for the future, or we gonna have a little wait?
I think the next episode, and being absolutely upfront with you, is probably going to be after Christmas, because I have asked for a couple of figures for Christmas, graded figures for Christmas. So, and I can't envision between then and now me picking any more up. No. That's the honest truth. Unless something too good to be true comes my way,
well, which you never know, Dan.
Quite a lot, doesn't it? I've noticed, unfortunately. But I don't intend to buy any more until I don't intend to buy any more at Christmas either. I hopefully, fingers crossed, my Christmas list goes out there, and Steph last year got me a couple for Christmas, so you never know. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, that's good. All right. Well, that will do it for today then. Thank you to everyone once again for joining us on this episode of Making the Grade. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't done that already. Come back soon. We'll see you later.
Bye.